The problem with improv is the friends we met along the way.
Along the way.
Oh, eerily accurate.
Problem with improv is that nothing's scripted.
Fair.
There are a bunch of scientists who study food and climate change that are now obsessed with the dolphin game. I just need everyone to know. And it is my fault, and I'm so proud.
Oh, hey, I always think of these things in my head, and then I think I'm going to ask y'all because y'all know everything about improv. I said, I went this whole, I make scenes in my head all the time. I just talk to myself because I'm crazy. But is there any kind of improv game, because this is what I was doing, where you like pick you do a scene and the object is to pick a word and say that word as often as possible in the scene. Like hopefully in every line you use that word in some way.
Sure. There's now.
I was doing that with crayon because I'd just seen a video where they were talking about how like some people pronounce it crown, some people pronounce it crayon. And this guy was like, it's crayon. And I'm like,
Oh.
So then I just did like an entire scene in my head going back and forth. You have to say crayon every single line.
Crayon.
Yeah, it's no crayon. Crayon. Great on crayon.
Da-da-da. Let's see, where were we?
I don't know. It's been too long.
Keeper does a recap. That's me.
Good luck, fucker.
Right now we only have 2 active assignments. We have the Miraculous Clinic of the Bleeding Witness, which just needs to be resolved. We've answered all the questions there.
No problem.
We have Godfeed, which doesn't have any question answered. It has 2 questions at complexity 6. What is the secret to this facility's? What is the secret to this facility's success, and what is its critical flaw? Or why should some of these slaughterhouses stock be seized? Those are both, gonna be great. I do have notes from last week. Basically, we did Zeph's custom journey move to the radio free glottage, Skeevy Steve. There was a
Skeevy Steve
cassette collection of Dweller in the Deep, on air regulations posters with the cool HR. I just have Annihilation of Memory on there. Don't remember exactly what that is, appropriately enough.
That there was some sort of like litany of annihilation of memory, and you weren't allowed to broadcast on
no broadcast it anymore. Yeah. There was the emo DJ who was on, who got vivisected on air by Reverend Tooth, who showed up. Reverend Tooth had a talk with I think it was Sebastian about faith, and Sebastian convinced him to gouge his own eyes out. He was like, I feel better now. Great, good time, and left. And then we went on air with Rex Bellringer and his guests. And the show went off without a hitch. You alerted whatever listeners there were to Biased, and Biased contacted you and said, great, take care of that rogue faction then, via the adult station manager, who then died after delivering that message. Then you went to Brother Skelton's little upstairs theater in the strip mall in Glottage, who did a weird little solo show, and Sebastian released him from the Watcher's clutches, and he went off to figure out what else he was good at. Our wishes were hitting end of session moves, doing an answer for Godfeed, taking care of those rogue biased agents, figuring out how to get out of your contract with a silver lining, and just figuring out how all of this ends up one way or the other.
I appreciate that nobody's wish was for Sebastian to shut up and let some other people talk. It was the Sebastian show last time, I think.
It was the Sebastian show, yeah. Cool. So I think we need to travel somewhere. Yeah,
Cancun.
Cancun.
Right now we're at the. Where are we right now?
Right?
You're in Glottage at the Brother Skelton just left the theater.
Oh, sure.
And yeah, hanging out there. I think that was Sebastian's what you call what do they call it? The custom journey move. Yeah. So you were in journey at that place. So we can magically teleport you to either the clinic
Oh
or
yeah, that's right.
the factory.
Because this was like
slaughterhouse.
My move was the Temple of the Fog Mantle or whatever.
Mhm. The fog mantle. That's right. Yeah.
Didn't we kind of? Well, I mean, since it's my custom journey move, we sort of equate it to like it could basically be our Slug Blaster hangout,
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
our base of operations if we need to return somewhere, rest or. Because since Brother Skelton took off, now it's kind of.
Yeah.
So for the clinic, we need to find the rogue element within bias and eliminate it.
Yeah. Who will likely be operating out of the clinic.
Oh, okay. So there is value in going to the clinic for that. Okay, got it.
Was Rin asleep? What was what
Yeah,
was Rin doing
I don't
through
know what
all
Rin
this
was doing.
stuff? That just happened?
Was there
Probably
the whole
wandered
time?
off. Probably wandered off. Or was he here? Yeah, probably was just here the whole time, just being quiet,
Just lurking.
lurking.
Looking for the Karen Maiden in the corners.
Oh yeah, the Karen Maiden is showing up more often now because of your bleeding revelation.
We
do have 6 clues on Godfeed, so we could come up with an answer.
Yeah.
At an even roll for.
Yeah. So the 2 questions are: what is the secret to this facility's success, and what is its critical flaw? And that lets you resolve the assignment by nudging the abattoir to its imminent oblivion. Sounds fun. Also, why should some of these slaughterhouses' stock be seized? And that lets you resolve the assignment by procuring that stock for government use. You have 7 clues. Oh yeah, you do it at a +1. You have a barrel of tripe that sings old folk songs, a cookbook, How to Serve God, a product recall. Please destroy all inventory of Jolly Crunch Bites and report any individuals who have eaten significant quantities to Glottage Centralized Health Control. You have some brochures for roadside diners notated with which god's followers frequent each. A mound of garbage bags filled with human hair. During the opening of the plant, a god was moved into isolation because of unexpected reproductions, and crumbling concrete that seems to have light emanating from its cracks and holes.
All perfectly normal.
Yeah, totally normal.
Clearly a narrative there.
Oh, that old story.
Tropes.
We've all heard this one before.
Do either of those sound like they might point to an answer to either of those questions?
Let's see. Barrel of tripe, cookbook. I mean, the easier answer for this is what is the critical flaw of the thing, I think.
y'all are pretty good at nudging things to their oblivion, so it's
yeah, fair.
Shut your
That would be
shut
the
your mouth.
easier solution too.
We're not good at many things, but we are good at that.
Do you have a place that's not on fire? Do you want it to be on fire?
Doesn't matter. It's on fire now.
It's on fire now. It wasn't really a question.
Just basically asking if you had insurance right now. That's
Yes. Trying to give you some time to come to acceptance of the reality.
And so what is the secret to this place's success? Why is it more successful than other godbite manufacturers? Or
yeah, because there are god slaughterhouses that pop up every once in a while, but they're either shut down or go out of operation rather quickly because it's not usually a stable situation.
Okay. And what was the other one? Why should the slaughterhouse's stock be seized?
But Hugh wants.
Because Hugh wants to eat all of it.
That could be Hugh's big "fuck you, I'm out" move somehow. I don't know. He eats all the god bite flesh.
Okay, where's that last verse of prophecy?
All knowledge must rot to nothingness.
Including the knowledge of these delicious canapes. What is the secret to this facility's success, and what is its critical flaw?
Wow, that is some final move. Yeah. Wow.
I've been paying close attention to it.
Destroys all written and stored information within a 3-mile radius.
Whoa.
Dang.
Technically, a brain is storing information.
Probably, maybe. Arguably.
Huh. Mound of garbage bags. God moved into isolation. Yeah, like there are a lot of things that can be the secret of its success. Like
Mhm.
they have better cookbooks, better preparation. They have a good sense of how to match up product with customers, with
Mhm.
which followers are where.
We've got a really good street team.
Yeah, you know. And then weaknesses, they have gods that might do unexpected reproductions. So something about this place makes the gods split up and reproduce and overrun the place. And there are also structural issues. Where was that crumbling concrete? I can't seem to remember.
That was in the loading dock.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like
make sure.
maybe there's energy just
Yeah, just
filling the building now, and the whole place could explode.
make sure to check your end of session questions if you want to reset them as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, and he backs out of the room, crashing through.
Still fucking peaceful.
Guess I'll grab that point. Monologue. I don't really want a monologue today.
Yeah. Let's not talk tonight. Gonna undermine some orders.
I can't just have both of them be undermine the orders, can
I mean, the spreadsheet does allow it.
I? If it's not forbidden, then
Everything not forbidden is required.
That's not the quote.
Yeah, everything not forbidden is compulsory.
Really? What's that from?
It's a well, where I know it from might not be actually where it is from.
Yeah, because it's from Augusto Boal in Theater of the Oppressed. From
Oh,
what I know, maybe he got it from somewhere as well.
I know
But
it
we
from
say,
thuggy fiction stuff.
yeah, but he says like what is not expressly forbidden is allowed. Like
Mm.
if I didn't say it in the rules and you want to be mischievous,
Yeah.
go for it. But I don't know if he borrowed it from some fiction. That'd be interesting. Anyway, I digress. I'm peaceful.
Oh, it's T.H. White. Everything not forbidden is compulsory from the Once and Future King.
Oh, so maybe it comes originally from that origin.
it's just been kicking around.
Wow, very cool.
I know the everything not forbidden is permitted is a soupy thing, I think it came from. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, maybe he borrowed it from something.
But a lot of my sources are fictional as well, so I don't know if that's actually
It would
true.
be really unlike a theater person to like use something and not take credit for it.
Yeah.
Like really, really not of our art. Did we want to go?
Okay, so I will undermine orders and connect to the local community.
Oh, the concrete was at the radio station.
Oh, okay.
Um, oh yeah, that was after yeah, that was after Reverend yeah, Reverend Tooth did his thing.
This perfectly normal thing that didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still feel like undermining the God feed is the easier thing, but there is no way my character would be pressing for that in the discussion.
Maybe that's all the more reason the rest of us push for it. 'Cause we feel like the only way to break its hold on Hugh is to
Oh, is
True.
this an intervention?
I think we should
Yeah.
set aside some of the inventory
Case.
We're
for
not making any
reasons.
profit.
like the only way to get it break its hold on him is we gotta destroy it.
Although one of the rewards is a smuggled package of condemned god flesh.
Oh,
So
God.
Well, we might just get that regardless.
what are we thinking?
Are we we're at the theater now? Still?
You're either
Or
at the theater or in transit somewhere.
okay.
Your call.
Um, well,
Like we'd probably be headed back to the clinic or whatever, right?
Yeah, depends on which one you want to hit.
Oh, oh wait. So Godfeed, that's
Godfeed is the slaughterhouse.
the slaughterhouse, right? Hmm. Which I guess, I mean, I guess we could still, like, if we were heading to the clinic to try and resolve that one, then on the way to the clinic, we could have our freewheeling discussion about Godfeed, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So what do we got in the way of clues for Godfeed? Yeah, I'm okay for. I figured we could have our freewheeling discussion. Yeah.
I want a locked wheels discussion.
I want like a discussion, but like the wheel has like it's actually a cog, and there's an escapement to make sure that it only goes like so far, and then stops.
I want a
It
wheels
has a
off
ratchet
discussion.
mechanism,
All the wheels done flown off this thing. What kind of discussion?
and
I
it goes nowhere. Wait.
Rolls back and forth. Kinetic sculptures.
Yeah, that garbage bag's filled with human hair is unfortunate.
Irrelevant. Everything's irrelevant. That's our solution every time.
We found at the end, we're like, cookbook? I don't know. We don't need it.
I feel like the hair is pretty easily explained because, like, just like when you're making any kind of food, not everything's usable in the food.
Not with that attitude. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like
figuring.
God hair doesn't taste good in the meat.
Oop.
Gotta bag it, and then they can probably
Well,
sell it, as artifacts or something like. Oh,
Stuffing.
God hair.
or is this? Are these god bites really like hollowed saint bites?
Fraudulent.
Oh, maybe that's their secret.
Yeah, they're not actually gods. They're tracking down. They're tracking down followers at the roadside diners, right? To harvest them. The human hair is the unhollowed remains, because of course your hair is dead, right? So it's not going to hollow in the same way. I'll say.
His hair and fingernails just slough off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is really good. Yeah. It's so because like gods are rare.
Right. And the
They can't
old
be
folk
producing this
songs.
many gods.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what the unexpected reproductions were. Gosh, I kind of want to check our our lines and veils section. Like, what was off? I know.
Mental horror, the eye injuries are veiled or asked.
And violence against animals, I think, is
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the imitation crab meat of god flesh.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so they're tracking down people. They can't use the hair. The old folk song singing tripe is some old folk, right? Like you're not going to get your gods singing old folk songs. Like folk songs are.
Oh, so that was like saintly flesh. That was probably some old timer who knew the old songs, and that was like one of the few memories that was.
They're like we looked at the barrel and we're like wait a minute, like this is Lomax, like Alan Lomax. This is wait, is that his name? Alan Lomax?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was behind the whole thing. I don't know what we're doing.
We'll come back to the product recall. God was moved into isolation because of unexpected reproductions.
Yeah, that was the one in the basement that would like in the
Oh,
kitchen.
maybe one of them was a real god, and it was like trying to.
Oh,
well, they need to have some gods on the premises to do the hallowing.
Oh yeah. Or maybe they're accidentally making gods by worship, like they're so much worshiping the production of this god flesh that now there's like a god flesh god.
That does happen, yeah.
Oh, that's what the thing is. It is the god of god flesh. Or the god of sanctification is trapped in that little
and it's like
box.
It's terribly scary because it wants to hollow all of them. And we're like, we can't.
This shit just got real.
Absent that, it is just reproducing itself over and over again.
Oh,
Fill whatever space it's got.
The self-following saints.
Oh God.
Maybe that's like the so this god of extra sanctifications is like not spatially limited in our sense of dimensions, and probably time. What the heck? Like, oh, that's unexpected sainting in the 14th century. That was probably good. So like the crumbling concrete, like, so this god is sanctifying everything, including concrete, including the Jolly Crunch factory where the crunch bites were being made.
Getting some cross contamination. Yeah.
It's like, oh, like It's like, oh yeah, we've got something on the fifth dimension here, messing things up. So wait, so we have they're turning humans into saints, but they accidentally made a god who wants to turn everything else into saintliness or godliness. Is that the
Yeah.
And they're like hollowing them into like food gods, kind of, instead of because we had all the weird, messed up gods in the pens.
Oh yeah, I wonder if those are all mishaps.
So the secret to their success,
delicious.
The original secret to their success is that they're not getting god bites; they're getting saint bites. So they can up production, and their critical flaw is that they accidentally made a god.
And I imagine the god that they made is helping the process, like making sure the saints are as delicious as possible. Because the more it does that, the more it will get fed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So it's really hard to detect a fake.
Yeah. I was thinking I was like, I mean, we were just talking about Chernobyl before, right? Like how's the god today? Like, not terrible. Not great, not terrible.
I mean, the readout says it's only at 5 god sanctification units, but it cuts off at
at 5. Yeah, this only goes up to 5. So, the guy in charge, his wife and child were sainted in a previous. Wait, am I remembering? Anyway, yes. I mean that. Yeah, so they're successful because they're successful because they're cheating. And their critical flaw is that they can't contain the raw power that they're trying to harness. Is that kind of what we're saying?
Yeah, it's just like filled with sawdust, but if the sawdust was saints.
Yep.
I mean, I like it. Sounds possible to me.
Right. It's like here's some bread. It's a little sawdust filler, but also there's like every 10th loaf has like some uranium in it. Or it's like actually has a nuclear bomb in it.
They put borax or formaldehyde.
Something that will turn you into a nuclear bomb. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. I think that covers all the clues then.
We did it. Go team.
Well done.
That was as thrilling as it comes.
2d6
See you guys next week.
Paste our alternate roller into chat.
Oh yeah.
Loop.
The usual FH Silt versus room, right?
Yeah.
So I'll roll.
Cool.
2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1.
Wait, are we sure I wanna? I just wait, hold on. Okay. We can't get this better. Well, unless we find more clues. Yeah, what the heck?
How we save.
I got a 4.
4 or 5.
No, sorry, it's a 5. It's a 5.
It's a 5.
Oh, okay.
It is incorrect, and the keeper reacts.
No, I really loved that explanation though.
Yeah.
You can make it true by
maybe we could do a mask.
Versus. Yeah, you can do masks or whatever they are. Versus. So where were you headed to while you were having this discussion?
Clinic, right?
The clinic.
I think. Yeah. I mean, I thought we were going to the clinic discussing Godflesh on the way to the clinic, since clinic's ready to be resolved.
And I think the failure there is as you pull up to the clinic, it's clear that something is terribly, terribly wrong. And I think there's been some cross contamination and contagious, spontaneous sainting has been happening in the starting in the parking lot. And so there's a bunch of stuff going bad there. There's something wrong in the clinic. Weird. But we can use verses to make that right if you like. Everyone has to check a verse to bump it up.
Is that gonna kill Sebastian, or can we do that?
Sebastian's got plenty.
I've got a whopping 4 verses left.
Yeah.
I don't mind for once being like, let's keep it. I love that explanation.
At this point in the game, it kind of feels appropriate because I know I know that we have gone on far longer than apparently this game is supposed to go on.
Mark's running out of runway.
Yeah, smoke him if you got him, but
didn't you say who said that, Mark? The creator of the game or something, didn't they?
It's like 26. What the fuck? What have you been doing?
You didn't think we could play this long? We could play any
like
game.
A dozen, I guess, or so, but I don't know.
Well, we are the team that runs things into the ground. So
yeah.
So I'm on board with burning a mask. This
cool.
If we want to go that route, I don't really care either way personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good for it. Does it have to be a verse of prophecy, or
it could be either one? Yeah.
Any mask,
Okay.
right?
Any verse at all.
yeah, let's all get closer to death.
Yeah.
It'd be fun, like the very last session. Like, well, okay, here's my new character.
You have backup characters with you.
Go away, Grover.
Grover there. You got Hope with who is well on her way already.
She's having some mood swings.
Mm-hmm. You could play Mort. That'd be great. Oops, all Grovers. Yep.
Oh, Red's nightmare.
Cool. Who would like to do a verse first?
Go.
Oh, I have no idea what to narrate.
Yeah, I'm not really sure
All right.
what
Yeah.
to narrate.
I know where I'm going with it, I think. So I'm checking Ashen's Circle, which is narrate a flashback to a time your words had dire consequences, which you could not take back.
Wow, narrow that one down. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. This was after after Sebastian had gotten fairly well established as an actor and director and a writer. He had, his reputation was on the rise. He had some good successes with The Watcher. And there was one show where he had was working with a promising new disciple of The Watcher with a lot of potential. But they weren't quite getting there, and they had disappointed The Watcher like 3 times in a row. And being, under Sebastian's tutelage, it also sort of, stained him a little by association. It's like, oh, your student, Watcher thinking your student, he's your student, and she's kind of sucking. So at one point in rehearsal, feeling a little bit of pressure, Sebastian just sort of lost his temper and was just like, what are you doing? You're better than this. I know you're better than this, but everything you're doing right now, I have not seen anything believable from you in a week. Everything you do and say is just completely unbelievable. In Telegraph, it's acting. I see you acting. Nothing is real about it. And he was so passionate about it that without realizing it, he had spoken that into existence. And so from that point forward, suddenly this person could not act their way out of a paper bag. Like everything they did was just like the worst acting you've ever seen. And eventually it led to Sebastian finding this young disciple, and they had if this doesn't cross Vale's lines, but they had taken their own life.
Yeah, I think as long as it's off screen, it's
and I think, as is the way with Sebastian the Watcher, it's always a bit of a kind of gray area, like, oh, did I cause that to happen? But I think he always knows. There's always sort of a feeling when, like, oh, I made that happen. Like, that was my words that made that event happen. And so I think he always knew somewhere and still knows. And so that's definitely like a big bit of trauma compartmentalized somewhere deep, locked in his internal prop room.
Nice. We do not have any lines or veils on Suicide, so yeah, have at it.
Oh, and also because of that move.
No, that's like the greatest way to introduce a line or a veil.
Right.
Well, it's not on the list. So
Let's enthusiastically describe it in a scene. No.
Suicide all you want.
And because of that move, I get to increase my communion by 1.
Hey.
Oh, hey,
Oh
that's
shit.
kinda
Oh
cool.
yeah, that's the move I couldn't take.
Now I've narrated it.
Boom.
That's
Verse.
awesome. Good story.
3 left.
We don't have to all do them now though, right? Could I do mine later?
You can do yours later, yeah.
Okay, I may
No,
need some
now,
time.
go. Pressure.
Disappointed.
You can check one off and we'll hit it later.
Yeah, I've checked one for narrating later.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I got something a little bit for mine.
Cool.
I've told the story. So I took the whispered psalm, narrate a flashback to the time the saint touched you directly in the blinding, agonizing grace of her currents and your miraculous survival. I've told the story before about how Zeph cut a live wire with metal scissors, and was protected from the saint. But the first time I felt the saint's current, um, I think goes back to I told a story once about when I learned that sacrifice was necessary. That was when at a hospital, like the power shut out, and the nurses had to draw straws to see which one would kill a patient to get the power back on. So I'm gonna re-narrate that, except the person who actually gets chosen was Zeph's nurse. So like Zeph is in hospital for whatever, a broken a broken ankle. He jumped out of a tree, but there was no brother there to catch him or help slow his fall. So he broke his ankle.
We had a brother.
So he's, yeah, if only. Uh, so yeah, so Zeph is in the hospital, and a nurse comes in, and like, no, something more than a broken. Because I'm being kept alive on some electric machinery. I don't know what. Something more serious. And she unplugs my respirator. And my parents aren't there to help because it's not visiting hours. And yeah, so but instead of dying and as a sacrifice at that point, the saint basically electrifies the whole room, killing the nurse instead. And like, yeah, jump starting my heart and also all the machinery to help keep me alive.
Nice. And Ren and he will do their verses later. So that turns out you're theorizing your answer to my question is correct.
We knew it.
But the keeper will add an unwelcome complication to the answer, and or pursuing the opportunity will be more dangerous.
Like you're making this up.
Let's see.
I was pretty sure this was going to be straightforward.
Yeah, super straightforward.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna like
smooth,
easy, like a comedy.
sort out the abattoir.
Nudging the abattoir to its imminent. Oh yeah, sure. No, that'll be super safe. Yeah,
Nudge.
no
lean
problem.
on the wall and push a little bit.
Yeah.
I bet if we ask nicely.
Yeah, that'll be totally safe. Great. Cool. Did you want to go to the abattoir or did you want to go to the clinic?
I mean, I don't care either way, but I still say clinic just since we did already have that solved.
Cool.
Yeah, let's round that one out.
Cool. I think I was also a 7. Great. The clinic.
Everything's fine.
Everything's totally fine there.
Everything is fine.
Miraculous clinic.
Are people getting sanctified in the parking lot?
No, they aren't. We did the dreamers. Where's Cryptic Glamour? Right. So the resolution is basically like finding the biased agents there that are like secretly running the place, taking care of them.
Oh, we burn this place down.
Yeah,
we're not done here yet.
You can burn that place down. Sarah, yeah. I think when you get there, the parking lot area that's usually kind of crowded with people, even to the extent where people were kind of like camping out in tents and like waiting to get in, all lined up. The parking lot is eerily silent and empty. I think I'm going to throw a paint the scene for this new empty parking lot for each of you. What evidence do you see that the people waiting here just kind of abandoned whatever they were doing?
I think that, the areas are still set up, like everybody has sort of like almost like little Ren Fair camps where they were hanging out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like those areas are still there with, little shelters set up and, bags of some, good, maybe, food on the grills or whatever they did out there. So it's like stuff is still there, but people are not. So it's like they didn't pack up and leave. They just left.
Yeah.
Or disappeared, which I'm familiar with that. I made a bunch of cops disappear. Sort of. Sebastian thinks back and is like, I didn't say anything about them disappearing, did I?
Oh, that wasn't me, right?
That wasn't me, Reg. Yeah.
I think there's a god of abandoned places.
Mm.
And I think, yeah, it's probably the old whippoorwill, and it manifests as an eerie bird song, but I don't think that there's a physical presence.
Mm-hmm.
So we just hear this plaintive tweeting kind of surrounding us and echoing in a way that the outdoor space shouldn't allow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Plaintive tweeting in an abandoned place. Sounds familiar.
This is the hospital parking lot.
This is the clinic, yeah.
The people there are gone. Their stuff remains. And that's usually how I tell that someone left in a hurry. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want any abandoned pets. So, yeah, I'll say just the place has like people are gone. They've left their stuff. including their books and things. And one of the effects of old whippoorwill is that like things just blow across the area sometimes. So there's just like newspapers and things going one way, and then after a while they go the other way, and it's just like it doesn't matter. Or like they keep going in a circle. Like the newspapers go across this way, and then a few minutes later they go across this way again. So yeah.
Rand, do you have anything?
Sorry, I zoned out.
You're good.
What was the question?
Oh, what evidence do you see that people just kind of abandoned whatever they were doing in the parking lot?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know that I have one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you can skip me.
Yeah. So how would you like to proceed?
Well, if we burn down the clinic, that will get rid of anybody working there.
Yeah, that
That is
actually, then we
true.
wouldn't have to do any search. We went from, wait, we started this game as everyone can be a friend. And now we are, you know what?
Everyone should
would
be afraid.
Really easier than like solving a mystery is burning a place down.
Well,
I'm here for it. Let's do it.
I mean, I agree. Fire shouldn't be our first solution, but we've already used
electricity.
That's
painting to
because
drown
you
a
love
place.
electricity. Sorry, Ben.
I was saying, like, we've already used the painting to drown this place once, right? So
Oh
like,
yeah, I don't have that anymore. Sorry.
I guess fire is the.
Thought I got rid of this place.
The other question is like sort of how just if we're going to look at other options, how do we identify the rogue agents? What can we do to find out who it is we need to eliminate?
Ask to speak to managers.
How do we identify them? I think we point at them and say, that's one of them.
You.
You're there. Boy, what day is it?
I mean,
does Zep have that ability to be like to belong in any sort of?
Well, I have the ability to use my
enter in locations. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, I can certainly go in and be like, "Hey, here to check the electrics," and like face an empty.
I just remembered something that
building
could help us. Is that I totally forgot about my new move behind the mask, which is at times the watcher looks through her own eyes, laying unwelcome truths bare. You can always tell when a side character is lying or concealing something from you. But we still have to figure out who that would be. Once per session, when you reveal an unwelcome truth about yourself, blah, 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 they do the same. Oh, well, that just never mind. This counts as a clue for the active assignments. That doesn't really help, I guess.
I mean, no one's stopping us from going in and looking, right?
No, not at all.
But in game, we don't have any actual way to identify like who is a rogue biased agent.
I mean, not yet.
EMF detector. Rogue biased agent detector. I could use my prop work. I happen to have a rogue bias agent detector here that
Absolutely put this in here. Are you playing your game where you have to use the word every sentence?
See, we just get a personnel list for the clinic, and then the personnel list for biased. And
Just cross-reference them. Yeah, easy.
Easy peasy.
I do like this idea of like us turning into Spotlight. Or just, you know, yes. Well, I don't want to say it, says Zeph, relishing the chance to say it. But I don't think we can do anything from out here. I think we have to go in, and I think we should stay together because I don't want to get lost.
Ren walks off.
As
While
he's
this
saying
speech is happening, I think Ren is like starting to walk away.
Yeah. So why did I say anything? I don't know. I think Zeph will run off, or we'll try to catch up with Ren and try to steer them towards the hospital, like into it, or the clinic.
Yeah, as you enter the waiting room of the clinic, the call of the whippoorwill kind of transforms into more of that sort of droning humming noise. There are still people in the waiting room. It's a, the big like cavernous lobby, and the people waiting there don't have the same kind of anxious anticipation as they did before. In fact, they seem almost like in a trance or catatonic almost. Even the receptionist behind the big curved desk seems to be very peaceful.
can you ask the receptionist where the executive management offices are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it takes her a little bit too long to respond. And her eyes kind of refocus on you after a minute. And she opens her mouth.
Okay.
And yeah. What are you afraid?
Okay, fair.
Is going to happen to you as her transformation into a saint finalizes.
What am I afraid of? I mean, this is kind of lame, but I think I just get afflicted with the same like zoned out trance that everybody here seems to have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's worse than that. I think
that's fair.
Not only are you afflicted, but the hollowing is contagious. And
oh god,
as you hear it, you begin to become transformed as well and start giving off the same noise.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, this is a communion roll.
Oh, that's also not good. Okay, let me see if I have anything I can use. Man, wrong question to ask. Um, this feels like a stretch, but I think I want to use the ink blotter as like just a little sensory thing to maintain focus on some physical thing.
Yeah.
Ink on his thumb. So I'll roll 3d6 plus 0. Take the top two. 8.
That is an 8. Great. You succeed, but with a danger or complication. Yeah, and so I think I think you're able to see, as her mouth kind of opens and like distends into like a large resonance. Like her head just becomes this like a prayer bowl, almost kind of like falling backwards, and you see her body has rooted itself to the floor and chair behind the reception desk, but you're able to hang on to your ink blotter enough to ground yourself. I think you are still affected, but not afflicted. I think that's as simple as taking a condition. And I think the condition is going to be serene as the noise hits you. It is like terrifying, but also calming at the same time.
Oh no! So that is my third condition.
That's your third condition. All right. Everyone else there sees this happening, of course. How would you like to react?
Can I tap into the clinic PA system and make a lot of noise?
Yeah. Sure. Is this a sacred conduit thing?
Kind of, I guess.
Or tell me how this is going down.
Okay. Is there any let's see.
There's a PA on the reception desk.
Yeah. Trying to think of, like, do I have a radio on me or anything? Wait, do I? I already
you have an antique radio.
I have the antique radio.
The unobtrusive companion.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I just want to. Yeah, I guess I would just want to turn that up real loud and like I mean, I guess I don't care what noise it makes as long as it makes noise over the speakers.
So you're trying to get it to play over the PA from where?
Oh, yes. That'll be the magic part, I think. I mean, can I make announcements from this desk?
Yeah, if you want to go, yeah, you sure can.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you afraid is going to happen when that saint tries to soothe you out of not disrupting her chanting?
Yeah. I am afraid that actually the chanting and the waves of serenity will get amplified over the radio.
And
getting everyone here and possibly the neighboring area.
Yeah, I think the worst in that is that it becomes a transmitter, and yeah, broadcasts the soothing tones to the nearby areas. Maybe even tapping into the radio station.
Yeah. And I like to use, let's see.
I mean, you can use the radio for.
Yeah, I guess. I hate to get rid of it. Okay.
Oh, you still have it, you just can't mechanically use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless
so
something happens to it.
Is that
communion?
Communion? Okay.
Yeah.
So 3d6?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? 7.
A 7, that's not bad.
It's not the worst that could happen.
You succeed with a complication as well. So yeah, you turn up the radio. What's the noise that comes out of it? Is it just static noise, or is it a program or something?
It's probably very staticky. I almost want to say it's it's the show that we put on from the pirate radio station, but
that's actually
too
great.
cute.
No, I love that.
Okay. Okay.
It's kind of like, for some reason, it's like looping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's really good. What's the complication there? So I think that is disrupting some of the soothing tones coming from the saint there. What is the complication there? I think you just take the same condition because you're close up there. Take some serenity there. Everyone's serene and peaceful. And so that's kind of neutralizing the droning of the saint there. The saint is still present, but kind of like molded into the reception desk. Not no one else in the reception area is getting sainted by it. I think that's the, the result of that. They still seem pretty out of it though. What about Ren and Sebastian?
Is there? This is it's a side quest.
Yeah, I would love to disobey my superiors. What's the side quest?
I'm not exactly sure of what's happening at the clinic right now, but would there still? First off, question number 1: Who's my wristband thingy from that I pledged myself to? That'll be
that was the Silver Lining, I believe.
Question number 2: like, as far as I know anyway, would there still be people in this clinic looking to hook up with the Silver Lining, or is just everybody here is like mindless automatons now, or what's?
You don't see anyone here, but it's entirely possible.
Would I know by sight, or could there be someone here that I just don't know? You know.
I mean, you would know. What was his name? Not the Skyward Sprawl. Phineas Glad. He had the pin. And I think there was a couple other folks deeper in there, but it wasn't a large contingent of folks. In fact, the larger contingent was the It Could Be Worse, who was the kind of like flip coin of that. The inverse of it. What are you thinking about doing?
Well, I was also thinking, as per one of my wishes, of getting Hope to help me with this.
Oh yeah.
Including her on my plan and having her like loudly chastise me of like saying how like the silver lining has deemed you not worthy. You must give up your spot to someone more worthy.
Oh, so they're
Oh.
chastising you to give up your spot with the Watcher?
No, with the silver lining.
Oh,
Like
having
that they determined, claiming that silver lining has determined that they don't want me because I'm tainted. I have to give up my wristband to someone more worthy of the silver lining.
And Hope is saying that, or who?
Yeah, like Hope saying that to me very loudly, so that hopefully, like maybe somebody who wants to be with the silver lining will be like, I want his spot. I'm in. I'm waiting to go see the silver lining.
Like Happy Forever, right? That's a good one.
I think Hope would do the other. Like, would say like, since you've got that wristband, you should give your spot with the Watcher. But yeah, I mean, you don't see anyone clamoring for a silver lining wristband right here for sure. Yeah, they all seem very content to be.
You need to build demand.
You need to build demand for that. Yeah, they are all dreaming, if you will.
Oh, and then the other part of that plan is then using my move to convince somebody. My spellbinding tale. That's phase 2. Still coming to play at some point.
What about Ren?
Ren doesn't like this hospital, so well, let me see what I'm supposed to do. Connect with the local community. All right. And we're just trying to find the people that are in charge. Hence Hugh trying to go to the bosses. Bunny, you're not helping. Let's see. But I think Ren is like, oh, bosses doesn't mean they're necessarily, it just says that they're running things, not necessarily that they're bosses. So I wonder if Ren's going to the nursing station.
Okay. So deeper into the clinic, it sounds like.
Yeah, which is what I don't think Ren really wants to do, but it's like, okay, let's get in and out.
And Ren, like the maiden was not
connect with the
keen
community
on being at the clinic before.
Yeah.
But I think now you're seeing her like you see her like, you know, behind a door and walking away, and then she's appearing closer to you here.
Oh, good. Yeah, maybe it's better now.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Probably better now. Hello, sir.
Oh my God.
Being a monster.
So I think as you go down the hall, trying to find the nursing station, the halls are quiet, and the few people you do see in there are just kind of like standing there, like eyes glazed over, swaying, doing their little humming and droning act. I think a cry of pain kind of cuts through it from one of the patient's rooms nearby, and inside is someone in a hospital bed, just kind of like just writhing and screaming. They're clearly in some sort of pain. It's unclear what the source of it is, but there are three women in these like gray robes with veils, and they have like these chimes and bells. They're kind of like I think they are trying to calm them or soothe them somehow with like soft chanting and like gentle bell ringing. And as like, how long do you? What do you do when you see this?
So have I made it to the nursing station? This is just what's happening there, or this is along the way?
This is a room nearby. Anyone in the hallway, even at the nursing station, is just kind of tranced out right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm like trying to figure out who's the boss.
Right now, the only people who are even remotely looking like they're in charge are the women doing something.
I'm looking for bias IDs or like wallets, but they're probably not doing anything, even though I'm doing that.
Yeah, you don't see any evidence of that. Just the
let's see. Do I have a move I could use? Sorry. Welkins Metal. I want to use that. I don't know how. It makes it even more fun to play this game, knowing that it wasn't meant to last this long. Like, what should I do with my infinite power?
I think actually, like, if you stay there for a few moments, a fourth figure appears in the room, and I think it takes you a moment to realize that it's the Karen Maiden. And I think this is the first time you've ever seen her just so very slightly anxious.
Oh, yeah,
or impatient,
okay.
maybe. Like waiting for something to happen that was supposed to happen a while ago.
Oof. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I'm not really sure what to do. You have any suggestions?
So you're trying to find someone in charge. And there's no one here.
Yeah.
I mean, the heart of the clinic was kind of that tranquility garden. It seems like as you're kind of wandering the halls, most people here seem to have. Yeah, I think this isn't even a role. I think you realize watching these people that they are, since you were underground with the those dreamers. What do we call them?
Oh yeah, when I went down.
Yeah, the drifters. A lot of them are in that same sort of. They almost look like they're floating. They're just standing upright. But they're in the same sort of position that the people who were like buried upright underground are, kind of emanating the same hum or drone.
You have some dirt. I'm sorry, I'm really not sure what to do. I'm looking for who's in charge, and then we are trying to trying to resolve the biases in charge of the hospital one.
Find the biased people running things.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Let's switch to someone else. Maybe. Yeah. I need some time to think.
I'm curious if. So we broadcast a message saying bias was evil. and behind the clinic. And I'm wondering if this Serene Saint has been installed by Bias as a way to cover up / catch anyone who comes here. I'm not sure if like maybe we should be investigating the Serene, like where's the Serene Saint coming from? Why is this now in charge?
Yeah, because there were a lot.
Yeah, like the clinic was in some sort of balance or something.
Yeah,
Now it's all
good.
serene.
Yeah.
Tipped.
Or back to plan A. Let's burn it down.
Yeah, let's burn it down.
Do you have anything?
I was looking through my abilities to see if I had anything useful there. But I don't think I have any sacred ink left.
At the hospital, I'm sure we can find some.
Yeah, all the ink is gone.
All the ink is gone.
Yeah, and it's like, so we want to figure out no person is on the premises in charge of this place anymore. It's being run by, I guess, this Serene Saint, whose name I've forgotten.
Not in the reception room or the hallways. There are more
there's
to
no
go.
places to check out.
We could put on a play.
I'm listening.
I am. Yeah, this is an idea.
But I think if we were to do so, we've arrived at the point you've all become so good at listening to my teachings. You've acquired such great skills that I think it's time. I think it's time that we co-write a show together.
Devise production.
I will note that I have no room for more conditions, so I really hope I don't disappoint the watch.
I'm peaceful.
Well, there's always masks and shit too.
And you don't have to be in the play. I think
True,
we have.
it's true. You don't have
consensual.
to participate. It's not mandatory participation. But I say that both
it's compulsory
and as Heath, because I'm not sure what exactly to do a show about. But if we have an idea,
okay.
For
what are we
that would help in this situation?
Oh,
metagaming wise? What does putting on the play accomplish?
Let me just double check my mute.
can change reality, right?
Yeah. If let's see.
I mean, you could do something as simple as like, and then they walked into the room.
Oh yeah.
I was like, we could make it so that we are the biased people who are in charge.
So you deliver a theatrical monologue and narrate what you hope is about to happen in a scene. You roll with presence.
Okay.
You invite your fellow custodians to play if you want. On a hit, some detail from the performance is now true. Say what it is. On 7 to 9, disappointment. 10 plus, he's entertained and inspired.
Oh, and so I would get a condition regardless.
No, but you can. Oh wait, hold on. You can take.
May take it, yeah.
Yeah.
You may take inspired. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you may take condition inspired, which you can clear at any time to get advantage. And then, of course, if you miss, everything's bad. But I would do something to make that not happen if I did miss, because I have a move. Acting.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So we definitely wouldn't miss. We may disappointment, which again you would only get if you participated, which you don't have to participate.
Okay.
If everybody participates, I get a +1, but it's not that big of a deal considering my presence is a +3
Is it a binary thing? Like if only some of us participate,
I
we still
think
get something?
So I don't think so. I think it's if. Let me double check here. You
'Cause
may
I'll
invite your
hop
fellow
in
custodians to
if
play
it helps
along
you
by
out.
contributing.
And one if each custodian participates. Yeah. Yeah, I think you
But
get one if everyone does it.
But if
One
you
for
participate,
each.
if you participate and not everybody participates, but it's a success, do you still get the inspired condition out of it that you can use for advantage?
I mean, I do. Let's see.
Yeah.
Custodian.
Oh, we got
All
them too.
custodians who participated may take inspired. So if you don't participate, you can't be disappointed, but you can't get inspired either. Basically, it's only people who participate who may or may not get anything.
Yeah. Well, I
The
was
point
saying
is
you
the-
might still, if I don't participate, others might still have an incentive to participate if they think they'll get inspiration out of it.
Oh, I see
Mm.
what you're saying. We just
Oh
won't
yeah, I was
plus
just seeing if it
one.
was helpful for him as well. Yeah, like does it help him?
Yeah, but I believe Mark's right now. I don't think I get +1 unless everybody participates.
Yeah.
But still, I'm not really that worried at +1.
But I'll still participate. I think Ren wanders back. I think Ren was like, okay. And then kind of wanders back and finds Sebastian in the hall. And it's like,
So I
yep,
guess
time to be into play.
what's
Yeah,
the
I think
goal?
Ren's takeaway is that like the hospital does seem to be in the grasp of the what do they call the
Good times, happy sleep.
Yeah.
Demon.
The drifters upon the slow wave.
Oh, they sound pleasant.
They are very pleasant.
Is that Michael McDonald?
He's their patron saint.
Drifting upon the slow wave.
That's what's playing. Yacht Rock playing over the clinic sound system. Everybody be cool.
Sorry.
So I guess really my only question is, what do we want me to try to accomplish with this show? Just that the rogue biased agents walk into the room to have a showdown with us?
Yeah, that is the most straightforward thing.
They walk into the room mortally wounded already. Great. Mortally wounded and wanting to confess.
As they say, you guys win. They fall down dead.
We've really been doing these plays the wrong way. And Red was the bestest, awesomest. And there was God flesh for everyone.
And Zeph was vulnerable with someone, and also
I'm only gonna write that in the show as well.
But only one thing gets to be true, though.
On a hit, one detail from the play.
One detail. So I guess that's why it's trying to keep us from sneaking every detail in there.
Right.
They're mortally wounded, but they're not there yet.
Well, but they're mortally wounded. It's like, okay, well, now we just have to wait. No, they're dead somewhere. Like we took dead somewhere.
You guys want to have a freewheeling conversation? We don't have to even solve anything this time.
Okay, so it's a play about the people in charge of the clinic.
Yeah. I say let's just do it and stop thinking about it.
Woo!
I know I'm overthinking.
Yeah.
So
You find a comfy chair.
the now infamous biased unit who had revealed the truth to the world about the evil behind this clinic walked in knowing it was time for a final showdown, like you see in the old westerns. They weren't stupid, though. They knew that whoever was the rogue agents running this clinic would be expecting them. As they walked in from the opposite side of the room, the two groups stared each other down. But our heroes, being us, had a surprise that the other group wasn't expecting.
Not you, Grover.
Not so fast.
And then also,
Shut up,
whoever
Grover.
wants to participate contributes a single detail to the monologue. So if you want a chance at being inspired, contribute a detail to this monologue.
Or disappointment.
Or disappointment.
Each of the bias agents looks exactly the same. Like they're clones.
What the fuck? Twist. Zeph, you gonna be part of the show?
The rogue ones, yeah.
Well, I've got 2 out of 3 conditions already. Also, I don't want one of my details to. Well, I guess yeah. No. That detail about how they look doesn't interfere with them showing up.
I was trying. I was like, how can I not fuck this up?
Yeah, no. I'm good. I can't think of anything.
All right, so I
Right.
guess
I want to see who these people
Sir
are.
and Rin put on a show for Hugh and Zeph.
Cool. So you're rolling 2 dice plus 4.
Just +3, right? Since not everybody.
Oh yeah, right. So just plus 3.
2 dice, and I don't think. I always like to double check. I don't think I have anything else. No, because I don't even have any.
Can Hope help you with this?
That's true. Hope can help me with. Well, I think, and that.
Yeah.
Well,
I still need to write my custom move.
Which, yeah, let me see. She absolutely, I think, could.
Yeah, she definitely can.
Per session, when they may help you with a task, make the associated roll with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So, how does Hope contribute to the scene? What does she do?
Oh, she'll add details and
She
yeah. Well, let's see.
For us.
Let's see what the roll looks like first, and we'll see how she helps.
Well, I'm sorry. What was that?
Let's see what the roll looks like first, and we'll see how she helps. But
with her advantage as well.
Yeah, she'll definitely. Yeah, she's down.
3d6, top 2 plus 3. Oh my!
Oh boy!
Maximum
15.
effect.
Boom.
That was a hell of a fucking show right there.
Best show ever.
Best show ever. Yeah.
Just fucking coming in his watcher pants.
Yeah, I think as you're narrating, Hope is like mouthing along with you, and you feel like it's almost as if the words aren't coming out of your mouth anymore. Like the sort of like the weird sort of like deep chorus is coming from, like, even stuff that Ren is saying is like resonating through her, and you feel like the the sound of wings overwhelms the droning in the entry room. I think, in fact, yeah, like as you're, and I don't think this has happened before for Sebastian anywhere, but I think as you're narrating, like because there's kind of like dirty skylights and stuff, and I think the room begins to darken, and you see like almost these, it looks like curtains at first drawing around the edges of the room, these black curtains, but upon closer inspection they are like feathered. And I think even as you're doing that, like you're watching him do that, one of the light from one of the skylights like almost looks like a spotlight shining down on you. And like through Hope's mouth the narration finishes, and you hear the like clapping, and then the watcher is very pleased, entertained for now. You can take inspired, whoever participated.
I'm so inspired.
Hooray! Inspired and peaceful. Very unlike Red.
Which detail would you like to come true?
Just some irrelevant part of it.
I like the shoes I was wearing.
The curtains sound cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Unless
I'm assuming it's that they show up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
I can't see any other way around that.
And they're all twins.
Somebody else
Great.
is seeing something I don't.
Hi, it's clones.
Cool. Let's take a break and we'll come back and have them show up.
Dig it.
Let's do
Good play.
6 minutes.
All right.
You in 6?
Cool.
And now we jump them and kill them.
Burn it down. Keep Grover there.
Grover, you make sure it's still burning.
Make sure it keeps burning, Grover, even if you have to throw yourself into it.
Do we have our Zeph back?
I can hear you guys. I just need to close this door.
Okay.
Okay.
I think after the Watchers' applause dies down, there's a pause. And I think kind of you mentioned the like facing each other like in an old Western or something. I think from behind one of the doors, you hear what sounds like the jangle of spurs almost walking towards the door. And the door opens almost, it looks like of its own accord. And through it walks a woman in Ren in the same kind of gray silk veil and robes that you saw in the patient's room. And she has sort of chimes and bells woven into her robe. And that is what is making the noise. It almost seems like she is kind of gliding or drifting more than walking through the door. And she is again, like I'm saying serene too often, like Heath's game. Serene. But she kind of just like glides into the room, into the center of the room, and just like comes face to face with I mean Sebastian's in the middle, but kind of like you all are surrounding her basically. And her face is just like the model of placidity, just like staring calmly into your eyes. What would you like to do?
And this is the biased agent we need to take down.
Apparently.
What were we told specifically to eliminate the?
I think you're told to take care of the problem, and
Like mafia for
yeah,
murder.
Hmm.
and she like turns and almost like again like almost kind of like rotates as if she's just floating, like turning around and kind of regarding each of you.
And he was thinking, the last time I spoke to somebody, they turned into a saint in front of me.
And she will kind of glide over to the reception desk and put her finger up to her lips and just go shh. And the radio silences. And maybe it's hard to tell at first because it blends in, but starts emitting the same hum.
Oh no.
And then she turns around to regard the rest of you as well.
That lightning bolter. I don't have many helpful skills in this juncture.
Yeah, none of my skills work until I have ink available again, I think.
After we murder them, my skills really come in handy. That's when I really shine.
I still could produce a prop of some kind that would help us. I don't know what that would be, but
A gun?
well, I did think about that. Check off
knife. A giant wily coyote.
Hammer space, sort of.
You know what? Fucking hell. It seems dumb, but I kind of want to do the Indiana Jones thing.
Yeah, you want to pull out a gun?
Because especially we've set this whole Western theme and stuff, and I kind of feel like use prop work. Instead, because we're all squared off for this big dramatic thing, and it's just like I kind of appreciate the dramatic irony of it all.
Yeah. You can definitely pull out a gun if you like.
Yeah, I'll use my prop work to be like, oh shit, I forgot I left this gun in my book. That's handy.
Is it a 6-shooter? Like,
of course.
Yeah.
Most reliable. Good old revolver.
I think when you pull it out, the other patients who are there are not only just sitting catatonic, but also join in the in the drone. It's kind of coming from everywhere. So I guess it's a question for Sebastian then. What are you afraid might happen if you're not able to pull the trigger in time before the drone takes hold?
I mean, I figure our only chance is taking her out quickly, and hopefully, like vampires or zombies, they'll break the spell on all her disciples or whatever. And so, if not, this doesn't work, then we're just screwed because we're surrounded by zombies at this point, and there's like no defeating the zombie horde. So we become, we become part of the horde.
Yeah, and I think it's worse than that. I think that happens. I mean, it's only slightly worse than that. That happens, and you discover that this was part of a trap set for you by Biased for insubordination.
Uh-oh.
I mean, yeah.
That's not supposed to be doing this.
Are you shooting?
Yeah, I mean, I think in this moment, the momentary intent is to murder this person.
Great, that is a roll with vitality.
And I assume that the prop is on the altar now, so it gives him advantage.
Yeah, because that's part of it. You produce it, and it becomes an altar item, which you can now use for the roll. Which I forgot to do one time when I used it. I just used it as a prop. It's like, oh yeah, I could have used that to actually help my roll. That would have been cool. My vitality is now my only stat that's a 0. So it's just 3 dice straight to fuck up. Top 2, right? How about a 6 and a 3? It's a 9. So
that's a 9. Great. Where do you shoot her?
In the head.
Mm-hmm.
Dramatic too, you know, in the movie it was like bam right in the forehead and like
yeah. And her face does not change. You know, there's a hole right in the center of her forehead. Blood drips down. She has a smile. And you see her settle a couple inches and slowly sink into the ground.
Yay, we win.
All right.
Done and dusted.
And
Journey scene 2.
There is a complication, isn't there?
Complication is my last bullet, guys. Sorry.
What complications could this possibly have?
Complication is we're fined because I did not have a license for that firearm.
Take a condition.
Well, I guess I could have also used
see
fired if I needed to.
the droning stops. The saint kind of slumps. And it seems like everything is fine. And people who were previously kind of zoned out stiffen up. And you see now that they are starting to move around a little bit, that they are rooted to the ground by these kind of black, like veins almost. And they start howling. It is a cacophony of just pain and bad vibes in there now.
The vibes.
And blood starts dripping out of every hole in what they got. What would you like to do? And you hear this like echoing throughout the clinic.
I mean, I'm open to suggestions, but this feels like a run situation to me.
I mean, that's not really a thing we've done before, but I'm willing to hear you out.
I mean, personally, I got nothing left. So you know, somebody else has something.
Yeah.
Not until they die.
What we were told to do.
Yeah.
I am inspired.
I maybe wouldn't put it that way, Peter, but yeah.
Hugh,
yeah, maybe that's my problem is I'm supposed to do what I'm not supposed to told to do.
Hugh, does the scrivener ever talk to you?
I think occasionally there's writing on the walls and like who is that illustrator of Pink Floyd The Wall? Kind of splotchy script.
Yeah, Ralph Deadman.
Thanks.
Then you have to erase it.
Yeah. I think as you're like looking at each other, like maybe we should get the fuck out of here. The patients and the saint for that matter are not only like bleeding, but blood is starting to like spurt and spatter from like their skin is bursting open. And I don't think anyone else notices this, because there's a certain, it's all blotchy and there's a certain
Yeah.
to it. But the blood on the wall,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell, but you're pretty sure it says ink in these big splotchy, like black red dripping letters now from the blood.
Okay. So I try to gather up some of the blood then.
Or have Grover do it.
I have Grover gather up some of the blood then.
Oh yeah. What are you afraid might happen to Grover when he comes in contact with this fluid?
Oof. That the same condition afflicting everyone else afflicts him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, I think it's worse than that. I think when he starts bleeding, he starts obsessively scrawling every memory he has on the walls in his own blood. This is the roll with communion.
Oh, jeez. Ah.
But it's with advantage because Grover's helping.
Yeah. So straight up, no. Okay, so that's 3 dice plus. Top 2, 7 or higher. Okay, I'll try it. That is an 8.
That has an 8. Go ahead and refill your ink.
Okay.
Lovely
Oof.
color ink.
But
See.
I think
Yeah.
as Grover hands
Oh
you
no.
the filled inkwell,
Yeah.
you see the black veins starting to take hold, growing from his
Oh
fingers.
no.
And
Oh.
his eyes go like do that sort of like a ink dropped in water with red.
Yeah.
And he puts his finger in his mouth and
Yeah.
bites down
Oh no.
hard and
Uh,
goes to the wall and just starts muttering and scribbling.
Okay.
no.
And Rin celebrates.
Would you like to bump that up to a 10?
I mean, to do that, I have to write another verse, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Or Grover can write his life story on the wall.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
The severed fingertip.
Mhm.
That's the one. We should do that.
I mean, we get to learn all about Grover.
What are my
Oh, look, guys, he
verses?
learned how to skate when he was little.
If you put it that way, it sounds very boring, and I don't want to do it.
He took piano lessons at 16.
I guess I'll get the sweltering crucible.
Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Um, just tell me how you pull him back. How does your faith bring him back?
Yeah. Uh, I think there's some sort of like religious phrase or a litany, like something like let's see. Like the text is not the mind remains pure. And he like whispers that insistently um into Grover's ear.
Mhm. What's everyone else doing while this is happening?
I think like in the moment where it was like peaceful, Beth was like, "Oh, okay, we did it." And then when things started going badly, he's like, "Oh, we have to help people." And then seeing the scope of things is like, oh, "We have to get out of here." Just like, like there was definitely a moment of just like, like what can we do? Like we can't do anything. Like we we already did it. We've either helped or hurt enough.
I think we did.
Yeah, I think I'm grabbing my radio, like, and trying to hustle like the four of us plus our hangers on,
Mhm.
the seven of us.
Ren, Sebastian.
So I mean, if are we in a position to get out now, or is Grover still like?
Oh yeah, you can hit the road. I think as you're doing it, the people who have burst into blood are also like full.
Yeah, let's hit the road.
On the walls, and there's just like muttering and muttering and muttering.
It's time to go. We should. We've
Our
been
work
here
is
a
done here.
while.
I mean,
Well,
seems
I
like
didn't
the
really ever
party's
like
really
this
getting
place.
started here.
I was gonna say our work is done for now. I'm sure Ren's work here will start in
If I
say
stay here
4
longer,
to
you
8
know how
hours.
you have to say goodbye at a party.
It's like
I
everyone
don't leave
is-
now. I'm gonna have to talk to each one of these people.
Gonna be so many corpses you're gonna have to talk to.
So many corpses. We should go now.
Great.
Well, it's gonna be for like a month.
A glottage goodbye.
Mhm.
I glotted goodbye.
That's when you destroy everyone at the party and then leave. Right.
Yep.
That's when you,
Yep.
you
Yeah.
atomic weapons size.
Yep. I think as you peel away, you see in the rear view mirror those same veins kind of creeping across the parking lot.
Go farther.
Yeah, keep like blood starting to pour from the doors and windows of the clinic. But you took care of the rogue biased agent by shooting her in the head, so that is a boom.
Occam's razor.
That is a
This whole time we
completed.
could have been solving our problems with a gun.
Oh,
Bam,
no.
easy.
What else can we solve by shooting it?
Well, next up we have the abattoir.
All right, I'll shoot the abattoir.
Bang, bang, bang.
Die, abattoir. Where's the abattoir's head?
Do you want to head to the slaughterhouse next? Do a journey move, clear some conditions.
Journey move would help me clear a condition. Yeah.
Seems like a wise idea.
Cool. Let's see. We did that one. What fun journeys we have left? You know what? Let's just do a diner. How about that? We haven't done a diner in a while. Gods must feed, but everyone gets hungry.
Yay.
Oh, this diner is called The Last Stop.
Not at all ominous.
I'm sure this is fine.
Sounds like my kind of place.
As you pull up to the last stop, paint the scene. And I have 4 questions, one for each of you. So
Oh no.
I will read the first one, and whoever likes it, answer.
Oh, each person's answering a different question.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What notable iconography or decor stands out to you?
What is this diner called again?
The Last Stop.
So this is train themed. And the notable iconography that stands out to me. So it's like a restaurant looks kind of like a little train station, like a little diner. Actually, it used to be a train station, now it's a diner. And the iconography that we notice are the like prayer marks of the like railway gods that are
Nice.
kind of being they're like worn down and like trying to be covered over, but they used to be here.
Nice. What special is featured on the menu?
What was that? What?
What special is featured on the menu?
I think I noticed this because, like, you know how, I don't know, sometimes there's things in the world you wonder if you start seeing something more in the world, or if it's always been that frequent, but you've just started seeing it because it's on your mind or whatever. It's one of those situations because their special happens to be what they call the cloud bowl, where it's like it's a bowl that looks like a nice big fluffy cloud of like cotton candy, but it's not candy, it's savory. Call it like the Silver Linings Cloud Bowl. I was like,
Ooh.
huh. Coincidence? Maybe.
What quirky diner tradition do the locals maintain here?
There's the orders are on one of those like clickety clack signs, you know, so it's like, oh, order up, you know, and all the letters change, you know, like eggs Benedict.
Right, right. That's fun.
You know.
And what rumor have you heard about the owner of this establishment?
Oh, geez. What rumor have I heard about the owner of the last stop? I mean that the owner is a criminal, is like mafia associated somehow, and that this is just a money laundering operation.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love a like simple crime in this world.
Yeah, money laundering, easy. Cool. And there's a recall a time question for everyone. What food do you miss the most, and why can you never seem to find it anywhere?
Okay. Well, I think Hugh has an obvious answer to that one. I think there's a particular type of fried god bite that he's not allowed to have anymore.
Nuggies with sauce.
Did you just go awe over his addiction?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cute.
Yeah. I think you know, my dad had some problems, but he really made good pancakes. Like even the first pancake to come off of the griddle was good, you know, and that's always like usually a garbage pancake. But I can't get them because he's dead. I'll probably get like the short train stack here. That's like
the caboose stack.
When I was young, theaters had a very specific kind of popcorn with that really artificially butter that was just like delicious. That then about 10 years ago, they discovered the butter had a very harmful chemical in it, and so they banned it. And man, replacement is just nothing's as good as like. It's worth taking a few years off your life for that really good
formaldehyde.
Yeah, and I'm like, God damn it, you can't get it anymore. It's illegal because it was killing people.
Makes
eventually,
some parts of you live longer and preserve them.
Yeah, exactly. bright side.
What is Ren like? Just a moment. I like bunnies not to fight each other. Babies. I think Ren, like, there's like a mint that's like a kind of a fancy chocolate, like a Andes type mint, but like the brand is actually a really high class one that Ren used to have at their grandmother's house. And like it just like brings Ren back there. It's just like sitting beside like a cracked coffee cup, but like it's kind of out of place, and that it's like a really like a rich person thing, but here it is in this diner.
Oh, it's not, you're not able to find it anywhere. Is the remember time.
Oh, the remember time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought this was describing the diner.
No, this is the what food did you miss the most and why can you never find it anywhere?
Oh, okay. What food do I miss the most? Food that I miss the most is, sorry, thank you.
But it can be the same thing.
Yeah, it's one of those mint. It's a mint. Like every time there's like a mint on the pillow, like Brandon is really excited, but it's never that same. It's not that same type that Grandma used to put out, or her help used to put out. She never did a thing.
Cool. When you and at least one other custodian share a scene where you discuss your personal history or relationship to divinity, you each clear a condition.
Okay. Huh. I think Hugh wants to decompress after having seen Grover.
And Grover's like there with a bandage up hand.
Yeah. I don't know how Hugh is processing this necessarily.
And it can tie into your food that you miss as well.
I think Hugh is talking about how, like, having, I think he's impressed by how he reached for faith in the Scrivener in a time when he's not being the best devotee or follower, but that was the thing he reached for in the crisis, and that was the thing that pulled Grover out from the brink. And I think he's probably talking to Sir at length about how really wonderful it is to have this like lack of attachment to the past. and he's just like suddenly being like the Scrivener equivalent of a hippie. Like, and it's just, you're just a person, man, with a mind. Free to have thoughts. You know, really, aren't we all followers of the Scrivener?
No, we're not.
Oh, this Hugh is even worse.
It's just like processing trauma in a way that makes it everyone's problem.
Just blow your trauma through everyone else, but in the worst way.
I think
I will clear Faith Shaken if that's okay.
Yeah.
I think Sir is actually eating the Silver Linings Cloud Bowl. It was just like, well, it looked good. Come on, it's like really light noodles. But he's also thinking about like how to get out of this thing with the silver. What is it? That was the silver linings. I keep
the silver lining.
Yeah, I think he's talking to the table at large. Like, do you think like maybe if I did something just like so offensive and antithetical to the silver linings beliefs that like maybe I'd just be rejected and the bracelet would just like fall off my wrist? I mean, it's worth a shot. Maybe. I gotta find out, what they hold most dear. How can I subvert that?
I think Bryn is like really interested in this game.
the opposite of the silver lining is the it could be worse. Worshipped through obsessive chronicling of bad news.
It's like, I got you here. Let's do this.
And I think I'm going. Well, I only have one condition, so I think I'm finally no longer scraped and bruised. I healed, but man, I'm still inspired.
I
think.
think
Oh no, just an observation, not really a mechanic or a plot move. But I think Ren is noticing Hugh coping and mentioning that when they were in their time of need, they reached for the Scrivener. And recently, Ren was in that tough spot and used that business card and made a call for like the bank and was like, oh, maybe my faith isn't that strong if when push, like when it comes down to the wire, that I don't reach for the Cairn Maiden. Yeah. So I think Ren's thinking about that.
I think Zeph is like he hasn't let go of the radio, since the clinic. So he's just been driving with like a radio on his lap. And now in the diner, he's just got it in front of him and he's like tinkering a little bit with it. And like at some point, it'll be clear that like yeah, it's like nothing like that saint just blew through this the Saint Electric and the unobtrusive companion. Like no god stood up to this, whatever that peaceful that peaceful son of a bitch was doing. Like it just blew right through. And like this is like, is that all this is? Just raw power fighting against raw power? Or like is like the even the Saint Electric can't stand up to one of these biased one of these rogue biased agents. I mean the other ones, not us, obviously. But like what like what are we doing with our lives following these gods who can't help? Yeah. And I think can I clear the condition serene? I don't feel serene.
Yeah, if you're not serene anymore, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying this bracelet's starting to feel pretty depressing. Like, getting more nervous the longer we go with this on.
Ren, did you have a thing you wanted to add there, or is that?
Yeah,
You were
that's
talking
good.
about questioning your own faith, right?
Yeah, I think Ren is questioning their own faith there. Yeah.
Cool. So there's a couple other people at the diner. I think everyone else here is kind of sitting by themselves. And as like your conversation kind of like comes to a point where there's a comfortable silence and everyone's just kind of picking at their food, you hear the person at the booth behind you speak. This is a voice that you recognize. And they say, actually, they, yeah, you hear them say, you did it. And it takes a moment to realize that it was directed at you because they weren't like facing you or anything. And then they get up and walk over to your booth, your table where you're sitting. and drop a they have a like a not like a briefcase, but one of like the leather like legal cases. And they just like drop it on the table, kind of like look at all of you, unzip it, and pull out a folder, drop it on the table. The voice that they speak in is the voice that you hear when people deliver you instructions.
Oh
I
no.
shoot them. No, I'm
Shut
kidding.
their mouth.
Just Ren immediately reaching out.
Bubblegum, bubblegum. Must
Oh,
disobey my
no.
orders.
We shoot everybody now, right?
Yeah, we have that gun still, right?
I
Why
still
haven't we just
have
been
it
shooting
now.
people?
They're like an androgynous person in kind of like a cheap suit, it seems like.
So
Kind
nothing
of like
stopping
short
the
silver
bullet.
hair and like wire rim glasses. They just look tired. And
Most androgynous people are.
I think they look at Zeph when they speak, and they're just like, "I'm done."
Oh no.
That's what the person says. This
Yeah. And like, I'm leaving the bureau. I don't know who's next, but I thought you should have these. If you look through the folders, there's a few like dossiers on biased agents who have left to pursue their own pursuits. One of which was what was her name? Chelsea Meridian, who was an illegal follower of the drifters upon the slow wave, who was pressed in service with bias and decided to take it upon her own self to use the volatile conditions at the clinic for her own purposes. And this person says, I've been monitoring your progress, and this is not an easy job. And I know it's just barely a job because it's more like a punishment. I know that not everyone in our position comes to it voluntarily, myself included. But if you decide to do something like this, just try to keep it quiet. Just disappear quietly, because there's plenty more like you, and they'll come after you. But I'm done. Those last two were just supposed to use kids. They didn't say I was going to be killing anyone. I didn't sign up for that. I think this is a question for Hugh.
Okay.
When they pick up like the waitress has probably like left the check for you with a pen, and they pick up your check, and they like this is unbiased basically. They're like putting it up, and they take out like they have a biased like government card. They throw down the check and sign it.
Oh yeah.
And then they draw something on their palm. I think Hugh, you recognize this as a prayer mark of an outlawed god.
Oh no.
What god is it?
Is it the amnesia prayer mark?
Yeah, it's the amnesia prayer mark.
Oh no.
Yeah. And they say, I figure this is the only way. And they like they've written it on their palm in ink, and then they lick it and they stick it on their forehead, and then their face just goes blank. And they look at the 7 of you, or 6 and a bird.
What has personhood?
What
Oh no.
I grabbed the card they threw down, the buys card, and I'm like, hey, by the way, everybody's lunch here is on me today. Everybody.
Oh, no.
That's great.
Oh, no.
I think we can call it there. I think that's great.
Somebody wants to.
Yeah, end of session.
End of game forever.
You have some rewards. In the
Best
assignment
reward is a
tab.
good button.
In the assignments tab, under the Miraculous Clinic of the Bleeding Witness, there's a bunch of rewards at the end.
Oh man.
A booklet of affirmations from the Ministry of the Silver Lining. Add it to your altar. There is a flask of Nurse Weaver's experimental miracle juice added to your altar.
Ooh, yummy.
Actually, did you meet Nurse Weaver? I don't think you did.
No.
I don't think that's
Oh,
available.
we got her juice.
I'm gonna remove that one. But you do have
Why can't we have our juice?
You had to meet her first.
We could take a lady's juice without having to meet her first.
A threadbare worry doll, features worn away, added to your altar. A signed doctor's note, details left blank. A doctor's ID badge that features its grainy photo, passably similar to your own.
Hooray!
Yeah,
that's about Sebastian.
A private letter from the clinic administrator discussing future partnerships, added to your altar, and it also counts as a conspiracy clue when you use it.
Fun to rip up if you like words.
A partial bottle of military grade anti-saint pills, and Phineas's glands contact information. You can mark it to get Phineas to present a talk on the silver lining on your behalf.
Oh shit.
That's also pretty good. I think I want to take the card for the talk, and also so Sebastian can also have that if you ever need that.
Maybe you can plead on my behalf.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe we can get you out of there by then. I also just think Ren loves business cards, so Ren collects business cards.
I think Sebastian has already got the badge on. He's like, "Hello, I'm Dr. Phineas. How are you?"
Where's Sebastian?
He was here a minute ago.
He was just here. Oh, doctor, gross.
I'll take the anti-saint pills or the conspiracy letter.
Seth start just taking the anti-saint pills.
I'll grab the saint pills. Anti-saint pills. Just because I don't feel like he would hold on to any of the writing stuff, and I'm not really feeling the worry at all.
Yeah. And that's grabbing the letter. Cool. All right, rewards done.
And then the special move was only if we did another thing. Is that correct?
Oh, actually, do you wait a minute.
If that was only if we picked a certain ending, or how that works
exactly. You choose 2 rewards during end of session. Yay. And everyone gets the condition hero.
Oh, I'm a hero, and now I have all my conditions filled. Oh wait, does that mean Hugh's not okay now?
I cleared
one.
You
cleared one.
So I have
one. Yeah.
So I can take hero.
Good thing we took a journey.
Everyone gets another thing.
Oh, well, I was talking about the special move, God Killer. I was like, is that a thing if we did it a different way? I can't remember.
Yeah, if you did it the other way, that would be. Oh no, you did. You did who is secretly funding, right? So yeah, you get 2 rewards and the hero.
I'll take the worry doll, I guess, unless someone else wants it.
Cool.
Go for it.
I can't remember what was the other
I
besides
removed.
Sorry,
tell us again.
the nurse's juice, which
Oh
you
yeah,
refuse
get
to
that
give us.
juice.
And
Yeah, give us that juice.
Yeah, take the nurse's juice. There's also, I mean, there's a couple other ones who you didn't meet who it just wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, you can. I think Nurse Weaver might be the one who was sainted at the in the in there. Miracle juice with the J in a different.
Yeah, I don't remember what's been taken. I cut mine out of there, so it's not in the list anymore.
I've got the. I'll delete the ones that I've grabbed. Or no, okay, yeah, claimed. I've got the doll and the pills.
Did someone take the doctor's note?
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh,
I didn't even,
yeah.
I could have just checked it.
If no one wants the
okay.
doctor's note, I'll take it.
Yeah, so everyone should get 2 from there. Yeah.
I guess I'll take the booklet of affirmations from the Ministry of Silver Lining.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe I can use that to research how to piss them off and. Research how to get out of it.
Someone took Phineas Clans, right? Ren, you grab the business card?
Yeah, I took that one.
Okay.
Did you want it?
No. I just wasn't checked. Yeah, so I guess I'll have Nurse Weaver's Miracle Juice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I need to write mine down.
Gains and
I
conditions.
don't have any
Side
more
effects may
space
include.
to put my stuff.
Oh shit! What happened?
Can I have more lines?
I can't.
Last time I tried to add more lines, I broke the entire spreadsheet.
For some reason, I
space in your
can't
altar.
copy and paste the booklet of affirmations. I'm like, why not?
My altar?
Copy.
Oh, that's my notes. Sorry, I have an altar. Altar's above it. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Paste. Okay, it's just not fucking working. What the hell? Oh, it's in there. It's just not the right color or some shit. I'll figure it out.
When did I use my elixir that dissolves concrete and melts steel? I feel like I should have
The,
remembered that.
At the loading dock
Oh yeah.
to dissolve concrete and melt steel.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Why is that changing color?
Are these on the assignments? Is there a reference to them?
What's that?
Like, how could I find how to spell this guy's name?
Oh yeah, it's in the
Is it
assignment.
written down somewhere? It's in the assignment tab.
Yeah, you should be able to click on Mark's image in the shared
Rewards,
document.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll just click
Yeah,
on Mark.
click on Mark.
Thank you.
There you go.
I forgot about that trick. I only use that trick here, so I'm not collaborating in real time a lot. Okay, thank you. Okay, I've taken the doctor's note.
Okay. And someone got the juice.
Yep.
Great.
I've got the juice.
You got the juice. Great. End of session.
Now my check marks don't work for those 2 items.
And sir, you got the condition hero.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, everyone should have
We're
heroes.
all heroes.
All big damn heroes.
Like Ren, a peaceful, inspired hero. Zeph, a faith-shaken hero. Sebastian, inspired hero. And Hugh, a busted, serene hero.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Except for Ren is not usually peaceful.
Cool. Answer end of session questions. Let's start with Ren.
Oh my gosh. I did not go against orders, which is really unlike me. But I did connect with the local community very briefly when I visited the nurses station, and then I turned right back around because it was scary to connect with the community.
Sure. Yeah.
We solved an assignment.
Yep. You completed an assignment.
I don't think we touched a god.
Did you?
That's 2.
What was that?
I guess you did, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of us
who-
rolled
yeah.
with communion.
I didn't roll it. I didn't roll it all this time, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Cool. Zeph.
What was our rule on if we advanced even after we had everything checked?
Oh, so either move a point around in your abilities or swap one of your faith moves out for a different one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not increase your abilities, but like move them.
Yeah, just move a point if you want to redistribute.
Can't be Infinity Communion, which is a game anyway, sorry, next person.
That would take a more sessions than even we're doing, right?
Mhm.
Reach infinity. I mean, that would, I think, be a reasonable thing for the designer to be like, it's not meant for infinite
That's
sessions.
too many.
It's not meant for that's too many.
They need to be. I know
You're
it's
not meant-
countable. It still needs to be.
Play a different game.
Look, you're not
This is
supposed
Dungeons
to.
and Dragons. Come on.
You're not supposed to be playing after the heat death of the universe. This is ridiculous.
The spreadsheet breaks after that.
Again, that's for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh wait, I just already clicked them off. Completed an assignment. Engaged with a god.
Mhm.
And I struggled with my personal faith, which gets me an advancement.
Hey.
So I'll either have I mean, I'm leaning towards follower at this point, just for the fun of bringing someone else
Round it out.
along at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll talk about that.
Cool. Sebastian.
Oh, sorry, I'm fucking with things. Hold on. Let me get out of my. I think I might have finally done it. Yes, thank you. Okay. What just happened? Scroll. Why did everything? Oh, god damn it! Sorry, I just realized I think I just pasted all my stuff under RINs. So I'll have to look later. Anyway, yes, I completed assignment. Did we deduce that we did or did not engage with God Angel thing in the?
You definitely did, I think, right? Did you engage with the saint at the, or was that? Oh, that was Zeph and Hugh. You shot someone. You shot a
I didn't know if the
person.
thing we shot what that counted as exactly.
That was just a person.
Oh, so I don't think I did.
I don't think you did either.
I did buy everybody lunch, so I think that's community.
That's true. Yeah.
Definitely vulnerable.
Oh, that was you
Slide it in
connecting
at the
with
last minute. Yeah.
community? Oh, that was amazing.
And
Last minute.
I was vulnerable, I think, with my being very worried about this whole silver linings thing creeping up.
Yeah, I've never seen you worry about that before.
So hey, that's another advancement +1. Yay.
Come here.
I don't know
Good
what
job.
Cool. And Hugh.
We completed an assignment. I engaged with somebody turning into a saint. So I will get 2, so that gives me an advancement. I don't think I undermined any orders today or made a particular effort to connect with the community. So I will give myself 1 queued advancement and think about what I would like to move around.
Cool.
About what you did.
Think about what you did. Do either of you have pending narrations? Want to do your narration now, or you want to save it for the second?
I would like to save mine for the start of next week.
Cool.
I think I want to save mine too. Yeah, thank you.
Let's
I'm
jump.
assuming that the being in my faith again thing was part of the scene.
The which one?
The sweltering circle, the crucible, the second one that I did.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
scene
How
in
you're
the
showing your face.
presentation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That
Okay.
was.
Remind me again what our altered rules are from having an advancement when we've taken all advancements.
You can move a point around in your abilities, or you can swap out one of your faith moves with another one. So you can untake one and then take a different one.
And so, like, if we don't want to do either of those, then we just hang out.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah, just added condition is the best.
Super cool.
Super cool.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
I'll just switch out automatic writing, which I never used. Spending a day or night writing at your altar with profane media, so destroying any tape, disk, hard drive, memory card.
Oh yeah.
That lets me take my next roll with advantage.
Nice.
I'm excited to see that one.
Nice.
I'm switching out what was it? The Hollow Gaze, which I hadn't really been using, even though it sounds very fun.
Oh, you use it on the catwalk.
Oh yeah, I did use it. Yeah, I gave someone a weird look, so I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try the Desolate and Forgotten, which is during journey phase. I can summon another custodian to walk the maid's path with me. But and if they say yeah, they get to go in the shadowy realm, describe something of our past, and I can help people like heal stuff.
Nice.
Sorry, real quick. I might swap a move after all, but I want to confirm something first. So where we're at now, having a move that counts as a clue is totally useless at this point, right?
The conspiracy will need clues.
Okay, so we will still need.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe I'll just leave it as it is.
Oh yeah, I think I can get a conspiracy clue with my move.
I could have gotten a conspiracy clue with automatic writing, but I just don't readily see how I'm going to spend a day or night at the altar, etc.
Yeah, and the conspiracy clues have already unlocked the final thing. So getting more of them is not going to really do anything because the conspiracy clues that unlock the final assignment, and then there are clues for that assignment, which are not
But like,
they're just regular clues.
What's the maximum we can get though?
I mean, not as many as you want. I think 20.
20. Got it. 20.
My behind the mask, which gets me a clue for the active assignment, will still be useful.
Yeah, because it's just a regular assignment once it opens up.
Dig it.
Cool. Well, let's go to Stars and Wishes, starting with Peter.
Let's see. Star for just the gruesome stuff going on at the clinic. I feel like, star for Mark for just like, I feel like we keep setting the clinic up as it can't be any worse, and Mark has found ways to narrate it creepier and creepier, which is delightful. Let's see. Yeah, stars for I really like Star for Ben for the explanation of the clinic. That had some lovely surprises in it, and I think that's why we all wrote a verse to make it happen, because it was like such a good completion to that story. Let's see. Wishes. I'm looking forward to getting into the end game. That's been lurking around the edges of this. I'm interested to see, like, I'm excited to see how we destroy the abattoir. I'm excited to see a mission where our mission is actually to destroy the thing. And it's not just accidentally, oops, all destruction. Yeah, and I hope I get a chance to destroy some hard drives and things as this
I think you
story
will.
continues. I think that's it for me.
Cool. Heath.
Don't worry, we got it covered. Let's do a play where the abattoir gets sucked into a sinkhole in the earth. Done.
Somebody once
tell me.
Stars for having Nick back.
Oh yeah.
I like these episodes where it was fun that we all stayed together and that everybody was like, felt like everybody was active and played a role in stuff. It was fun. Wishes. For whatever reason, I do hope that, even though it doesn't, it's funny because even though it doesn't matter, no matter what happens, it's gonna be interesting story wise. But like, I want Sebastian to unravel. I want him to get out of this silver linings thing. I just think that'd be fun if he does manage to weasel out of it somehow. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens, if that happens. You can't. We used Hope, so that was nice. We got our sidekicks in there, almost to Grover's detriment.
Yeah, almost lost Grover.
But I think that's it.
Cool. Ben.
Yeah. Star for everyone. Star for Peter's immune system. Oh yes. I wish for it to continue. Star for everyone, for the characters, for star for everyone. Rolling with that explanation and marking verses, maybe getting us closer to some sort of terrible end, which we all know is looming. Yes, I'm gonna just keep it open-ended. Sorry for Mark for keeping the pacing, keeping us going. Wishes. Yeah, I am curious. I have this weird this weird thought that we're going to leave the abattoir and it's going to be like, well, now it's a franchise. Like we tried to destroy it, but instead it's just growing. But yes, yeah. Wish to see what will happen next. Very curious also about that conspiracy and like actually how we will end. Like let's see, Peter, you've got 4 verses to mark, and you're full up.
And then
Heath, you've
final
got
verse.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I've got 7, so I'm good.
You
I should
could give
start.
Mark his final prayer next time he wants to.
I'm out.
Yeah.
That's to say,
Next roll, he
keep
could
in
just be like,
mind
"Fuck this."
The last
Yeah.
one, like really, we only have 2 left. Well, I only have 2 left because the third one.
Hey, I think I could save you from that though.
Oh, interesting.
No.
That
I think
last
I've had a
one's the
move
big
this whole time that
blow-up
could
one.
help, and I haven't been helping.
How very written of you.
Oops. Sorry,
Yeah.
I walked off.
Rin gets distracted easily.
Baby found a jukebox.
Yeah. That's it for me, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, Ren is
Pass to
my
Nick.
attention span today.
And Nick.
Yeah, stars for being back. I realize I miss playing. Yeah, especially stars for like the combination of the game's tone and Mark, you making it like just so fucking creepy and like really tapping into that like very real horror that comes with like recognizing many of the truths about the world. Yeah, stars for all the great character moves. Stars for that excellent explanation. I was willing to like throw some verses in for it. Yeah, and a wish for I'm interested in like kind of what Ren's arc might be. I'm not really sure where they're headed, but I'm curious to see. Really curious about the conspiracy clue. This isn't really a star or a wish, but I am starting a job next week that's gonna meet this, so I'm not gonna be able to do Wednesdays anymore. So we should chat logistics. Yeah, but we can figure that out. I'll pass to you, Mark. Stars for everybody.
Yeah. Stars
Even
all around.
Grover.
No, you Grover, I guess.
Just kidding. Haha, you'll get one.
Stars for getting through all of the official assignments. Where Godfeed is the last one, and it is
Really?
yeah. Godfeed is a third party one I got off of Itch, so it's good. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the conspiracy is. That is I kind of have to write part of that myself, so that's fine. Let's see how it goes. I think I've got it down. I've got a pretty good idea of what's going on right now. Yeah, it's cool all around. Yeah, just excited to see where it goes. I'll hit all the stars, I think. Cool. Anything else before we say goodbye to the internet?
Great to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Feel better soon, Peter.
Yeah. Cool. Goodbye to the internet.
Well, internet.